Ever wondered about the traditions of the Amish community? From full beards without mustaches to life-changing ceremonies, there's so much more than meets the eye. Stick with me as we explore the lesser-known and fascinating customs of the Amish that will leave you amazed. Welcome to Sentiment Stories. I'm your name. And today we're going deep into the world of the Amish. These unique traditions have been passed down through generations, and many outsiders misunderstand them. Today, we're going to dive into some of the most surprising Amish customs that will give you a better understanding of their way of life. Let's get started. Part 1: Beards and Mustaches. The Amish are known for their distinctive appearance, especially their beards. But here's a fascinating fact. Amish men are expected to grow full beards, but they're prohibited from growing mustaches. Why? You might think it's a religious belief or tradition tied to their faith, but it's actually rooted in history. In biblical texts, beards were seen as symbols of maturity and masculinity, so it became a tradition for Amish men to wear them as a mark of faith and identity. But the no mustache rule has an entirely different origin. During the British occupation, before the American Revolution, soldiers were required to wear mustaches. The Amish, being pacifists, wanted to distance themselves from anything connected to war or violence. As a result, Amish men decided to keep their full beards but avoid mustaches, a tradition that has lasted ever since. Part 2: Baptism and Shunning. At the age of 16 or 17, Amish youth decide whether or not they want to join the church through baptism. If they choose to be baptized, they commit to following the unwritten set of rules that governs Amish life. This is a serious commitment, as they agree to live their lives according to the teachings of the church. However, breaking this commitment is seen as a grave matter. If someone refuses to repent for breaking the rules, they can be excommunicated and shunned. This means they are cut off from the community, and all social interaction with them is prohibited. The Amish community uses shunning as a tool to maintain the purity of the faith. It's a rare occurrence, but when it does happen, it serves as a strong reminder of the importance of their spiritual practices. Part 3: Minister Selection. One of the most emotional events in Amish life is the selection of ministers. The process is unique. Instead of being chosen based on personal desire or qualifications, ministers are selected by lot. This process involves a random draw from the congregation to determine who will serve as the minister. Being chosen to become a minister is not seen as an honor, but as a serious responsibility. Ministers serve for life and receive no salary. The role is considered a commitment to God and the community. Even young men who are not yet baptized are expected to be ready to step into this role should their name be drawn. The selection process is so significant that the entire congregation spends time in prayer and meditation before voting. The person chosen by God is determined when they draw a hymnal with a slip of paper inside, marking them as the next leader. Part 4: Funeral Practices. 1. An Amish person dies, the entire community comes together to support the grieving family. Funeral customs differ slightly depending on the settlement, but generally the body is prepared by a local funeral director who is familiar with Amish traditions. Family members might wash the body before it's embalmed and dressed in simple white clothing, such as a white shirt and pants for men, or a white dress and cape for women. Amish funerals are quiet, solemn affairs. Friends and family come to the home to view the body, and the funeral service is held in the home. The ministers don't eulogize the deceased, but instead reflect on the story of creation. Afterward, the body is taken to the cemetery in a horse-drawn hearse, where a simple graveside service is held. The community comes together to fill the grave, pray, and offer support to the family. It's a deeply respectful and personal way of saying goodbye. Part 5: Carpentry and Crafts. The Amish are famous for their craftsmanship. particularly in carpentry. Barns, homes, and communal buildings are built by hand, using only simple tools. The Amish are known for their ability to work without electricity, using only hand tools to create beautiful, functional structures. Carpentry is a skill passed down from father to son, and it's not just a tradition. It's a livelihood for many Amish communities. They also build schools and churches within their communities. Sticking to traditional building methods. Part 6: Amish Cuisine. Amish food is simple, hearty, and delicious. The Amish take great pride in their cooking, which is often served at communal events like potlucks, weddings, and fundraisers. Foods like pies, pickled vegetables, homemade breads, and desserts are common in Amish households and sold at local markets. They also run restaurants for visitors to try out their traditional foods, though their cuisine is often compared to Pennsylvania Dutch cooking. There are subtle differences based on regional preferences and what foods are available. Amish meals often feature preserved meats and simple, homegrown ingredients. Their food reflects their commitment to living sustainably and honoring their agricultural roots. Part 7: Nicknames and horse-drawn transportation. The Amish have a humorous and practical tradition when it comes to names, since they often name their children after relatives. It's not uncommon for there to be multiple people in a community with the same name. To solve this problem, the Amish use nicknames, such as Double John, for someone with the same name as their father. These nicknames make it easier to identify and call people without confusion. When it comes to transportation, the Amish are known for their horse-drawn buggies, while some Amish groups are more progressive and allow exceptions. The Old Order Amish continue to follow this tradition to avoid the distractions of modern technology and stay connected to their ancestors' way of life. It's a reminder of their commitment to simplicity, faith, and community. Part 8: Rumspringa. One of the most misunderstood aspects of Amish culture is Rumspringa. This is a period when Amish teens are allowed to experience the outside world before deciding whether to fully join the Amish faith. During Rumspringa, Amish teens are free to try modern lifestyles, including driving cars, wearing non-Amish clothes, and engaging in typical teenage behaviors. The idea is to allow them to experience what they would be giving up by joining the church. Most teens return to the Amish community, but Rumspringa is their chance to make an informed decision about their faith. Part 9: Amish Weddings. Amish weddings are a major event held in the fall after harvest. They are simple but significant, and the bride doesn't wear a white dress as in modern weddings. Instead, she picks a modest color that reflects the Amish values of simplicity. Weddings are often kept secret until a few weeks before the ceremony, making the event even more special. The wedding meal is a communal effort, often feeding 200 to 300 guests. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and other hearty foods are typical. The Amish also have unique wedding traditions, including personal visits to guests with baskets of candy, and a humorous tradition where the bride and groom's friends play pranks on them. The wedding ceremony focuses on faith, and the newlyweds are welcomed into a life of shared responsibilities and deep community connection. There you have it. From beards and mustaches to Rumspringa and Amish weddings. I hope you enjoyed learning about their way of life as much as I did. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to Sentiment Stories for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you